Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get right into this video. So for today's video, I have a polygel kit from a company called SANNE. I believe that's how you say it, and I'm just going to get into what comes into this kit very quickly. As you can see, it comes with a good bit of stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. So the first thing this kit comes with is a damping dish, and it was kind of wet, so I was really hoping nothing spilled in this kit, but it didn't. I was okay. So it comes with some slip solution, a base gel, and a top coat. And then it also comes with this brush to wipe off the excess dust, and the colors of this brush is so pretty. It comes with 2 nail files, which are both 180 grit, and which is nice. I don't see kits putting 2 nail files inside kits, so that was super nice to have. Next, it comes with this brush. I'm going to give you guys a closer look of what it looks like. Next, it comes with a little nail clamp. And then you get some dual forms, which I didn't use. I never use dual forms, although I keep saying I'm going to do a video using dual forms. One day I will, I promise you guys. But I didn't use them for today's video. But here is a closer look. And these are actually pretty nice. And what do you know, next we have another mini UV LED light. I just keep getting a ton of these. Although I did like how this one is white. I just love the whiteness of it. Like, it was just so clean. I didn't even want to use it in this video to mess it up. Like, it was just so pretty. But it's like any other UV LED light. It also comes with the UPS cable to hook up in the back. And then it also comes with 6 polygels. So I'm just going to give you guys a closer look of the bottles. These tubes are 15 milliliters. These tubes reminded me of Model 1s. I'm not sure if you guys notice how this says like Acrogel. It doesn't really says the company saying, but this is the clear, which is the first color I'm going to swatch. And on the napkin, it looks pretty clear, and this color was the 01. I forgot to show in the beginning, but I'm just going to show you guys these colors. So next we have a DK pink. I'm pretty sure the DK stands for dark pink. Next we have rose pink, which is 002, and this was a very pretty sheer color. Next we have a white, and this is color 10. Next we have pink, and this is 003. Then we have a clear pink, and this is 007, which is also a sheer color. And this is how the colors look before I cure and after. There's not much of a difference, although the clear kind of has like a yellow tint to it after I cured it, which is that first color. But I will make sure I leave the link to this kit down below if you guys are interested. So for my nails, I'm going to be applying these C-curve nail tips, which is from Infilila. I will make sure I link it down below as always. I'm just taking my KDS nail glue to apply my nail tips. So as you guys see, these are super C-curve, and I don't like much of a C-curve nail. So I'm just going to take my straight edge nail clippers and kind of clip off the sides just to take away some of that C-curve. Once I repeated that to all the nails, I'm just going to cut these down to my desired length. And I'm not cutting these down too much. I'm just going to make sure they're all the same length. Once they're all trimmed and cut down to the length that I like, and they're all the same length, I'm going to take the nail file and just kind of clean up the sides and reshape them just a little bit to kind of get the shape a little bit more crisp before I go in with my application. And sometimes when I do clip down the sides, the tip of the nail is still kind of a little bit too wide, so I go in with my nail clippers again just to kind of cut down the nail so that the filing process doesn't take as long. And then after removing the dust, I'm taking the base coat gel that came in the kit, and I'm just going to be applying this over my natural nail and where the nail tip meets. And I wanted to show you guys the consistency. The base coat was pretty normal, but I just wanted to include that. So I'm just going to focus this right where my natural nail is, and then I'm going to cure for 30 seconds and then go in with my polygel application. So right when I was about to go in with my application, I did realize the brush they gave me was not actually a polygel brush. It was more like a brush for cleaning up, or like, you know, getting the size of your nail, or like an art brush. So I did grab my nearest polygel brush, which was my Macart brush, and I'm just prepping the brush in that slip solution that was provided to get my brush ready. So I'm going in with the pink, which is 003, and I'm going to be applying these to my index finger. This nail will be a full pink nail, so I'm going to go in with a line down the entire nail, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pat that into place. As always, I love to start around the cuticle area to make sure that that part is flush around the cuticle area, and then I just go ahead and pat the excess polygel over the sides, and then I cover up the entire nail, and then I start to smooth out the polygel. And that's how I apply my polygel. So as far as the consistency of the polygel, I didn't have any problems with it. It kind of reminded me of the Model 1s. It was very easy to move and maneuver in the spots I wanted it. As far as the slip solution, I'm not sure what they did with that formula, but it kind of felt like water to me. And I say it felt like water because the wetness from the slip solution was helping me move the polygel, but like as far as the actual slip solution to work with the polygel, if that makes sense, like it just felt like it was sitting on top of the polygel, but it did keep my brush from being sticky. So I'm not sure if I like this or not. It kind of just felt like water. So halfway through my application, I did go to smell it to see if it smelled like most slip solution, and it smelled like nothing. So I'm not sure if I like this slip solution. I didn't feel like it was working for me. Sometimes I did have a little bit of stickiness to my brush, but I just wanted to clean it, and it didn't really take much to clean it at all. So I'm not really sure how I feel, although I did manage to get this application very smooth. So once I finished that first bead of polygel, I cured it for 60 seconds, and as you see here, I did get a little bit of stickiness, but it didn't take much to clean my brush at all. I'm just going in with a second bead so I can build up the nail and also get an apex to my liking. So I'm just working around the cuticle area first, and then going down, finishing off the polygel, blending that into the existing polygel to make that smooth transition. So here's how the first nail is looking, and it's pretty decent. The apex was how I liked, so I'm going to cure and repeat that over my pinky and thumb. So after applying that second bead to my thumb, which I didn't show, this is how the nails turned out. And now it's time to go in with the other two nails. So I have this foil which I'm going to break up into small pieces so it's easier for me to use. So now I'm taking the white and pink and I'm going to be doing a marble on my last two nails. So I'm just going to open both of the colors. And to do the marble, I'm just going to be putting small beads of polygel randomly scattered on my nail. And then I'm going to be using the other end of a cuticle pusher, which you guys will see. So once I added those little beads of polygel, I applied some base coat to those, and then I'm taking that other end of the cuticle pusher and just kind of swirling these around, marbling so that it gives that marble effect. And then once I get it to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and start patting this around. So I didn't want to blend these in too much, otherwise it would have just made a new color. So as of right now, this nail does look a little lopsided on the sides, but I don't have to worry about that because I do have to go encapsulate and I will perfect that shape with filing. So next I'm going to take these little foil pieces that I broke up beforehand and apply these to the wet polygel. I didn't cure these yet because it would just save time rather than me curing these and then adding base coat and then applying them. So I'm just going to be applying this to the wet polygel, and once I get them to my liking, I'm just going to cure and repeat this step on the ring finger. Now that I have my marble nails done, I'm going to be taking the clear to encapsulate these marble nails. I didn't have to do my solid pink nails because there was just no point, but I do have to encapsulate my marbles so that I don't mess up my design when filing. And I love getting clears and polygel kits because I love to test them and see how clear they are. So I was decided to use a new clear, and the consistency of this clear was more on the softer side, so I did have a little bit of a problem trying to get this polygel to stay in place and kind of get that smooth nail like I like. But other than that, I didn't have too much of a problem. But I did go ahead and use base coat instead of the slip solution or alcohol, because using slip solution or alcohol, it tends to make the clear foggy, which I don't like. So I used the base coat gel inside the kit. I make sure I clean up the sides and my skin before I cure. And once I repeated that encapsulation on my ring finger, this is how the nails are looking. It doesn't look too bad, but now we have to go into filing. So I didn't really want to use the file inside the kit because I felt like the grit was just a little bit too soft for me. I wanted to get this done quickly. So I ended up using my 8080 grit nail file from Panna, and I will link these down below. And I'm just doing all of my shaping with my filing. Besides going around the cuticle area, I did use my Melanie Susie nail drill with my 5-in-1 tapered drill bit, which I will also link down below. I like to file polygel with a nail file because I just feel like I have more control rather than filing with a nail drill, because polygel is softer than acrylic, and I feel like using a file is just the perfect amount of grit, especially using a 8080 grit nail file. It's just so much more easier for me, but that's just a personal preference. So when I file, I make sure I don't stay in one spot too long. You will see me filing the free edge, going over the sides, back to the free edge, over the surface, back to the free edge. Like, I just keep switching up my spots, making sure I check the nail each time I'm done filing that spot, because you don't want to over file and get that nail. Like, you just can't go back from that unless you pull out the polygel again and make that side how it was before, and then you have to go in and file that once again. So you just want to make sure that you are watching the nail, making sure not to file, staying in one place too long, and that's how I get my precise filing. And then once I finish going over the surface and making sure that my sides are straight, I do ask my sister to help hold my nails so I can file my free edge. So that is how I get my crisp free edge. So after filing my nails, I did go in with my mini buffer to buff the surface of my nails, and this is how the nails are looking. I went to wash my hands, and this just looks so good. The shaping is so nice. So now I did want to add some more gold to my nails since I did have some gold flakes. I'm going to be pulling out these gold rhinestones. I forgot where I got them from. I will try to link them down below. And I'm using my rhinestone gel glue to apply these. So I'm taking the brush and I'm just putting these where I want these to be. So for my thumb, I'm just going to be adding 3 little rhinestones on like the tip. I just love this style of rhinestones. I just feel like it's so perfect and like it's just so pretty. So I'm going to be adding these rhinestones here. I'm going to be doing the same design for my pinky, and for my index finger I'm going to be adding some cuticle rhinestones. Once I get these cured in place, I'm just going to go in with my top coat. So for my thumb and my pinky nail with the rhinestones on like the tip of the nail, I kind of wish I went in with the top coat first because I didn't like the buildup of the top coat around these rhinestones. I did kind of wipe it off as much as I can so it doesn't have like, I'm pretty sure you guys know what I mean, I just can't explain it, but the top coat started to build up around these rhinestones and I didn't really like it, which is why I should have went in with my top coat first. Before I put these in the light, I do make sure I wipe the sides because sometimes the top coat kind of slide down over the sides and it take away from the shape. So I just make sure I wipe the sides. I added my cuticle oil and this is how the nails turn out. These are just so pretty. I absolutely love these and I love how the marble nails turn out. I enjoyed this polygel kit. I didn't have any problems with it, although you can't really see it in this lighting, but the clear polygel did have a little bit of a yellow tint to it. But these nails just came out super pretty overall and I absolutely loved it. As always, I will make sure I leave the link down below. Comment down below what you guys think of this nail set, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.